Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to Gran Turismo 3, and we are back for another weekend stream, and we're back at the normal time, so no confusion or impromptu afternoon stream, so here at normal time, and that's just how we're going to do it today. So, you guys missed last week, we did more spending than I wanted to, but we cleared up to the Turbo Series, so I actually haven't checked. I haven't fully prepared for the stream, so let's see what we have left. I think, yeah, we cleared Turbo. All we have left is Tourist Trophy, Silver Arrow, and Altezza. That's all we have left for the A license, so today we're going to be doing a bunch of championships and this single race series. Here we have no test course, so that's at least a good thing. And, yeah. Whoa. Immediately starting off. Atomic. 18 months in a row. A year and a half of constant support, even after Asphalt. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Wow. That's cool. He's oofed here. So, thank you very much for that. Hope you're doing well. And yeah. But we bought a 3000 GT. We did our 80s Cup and our NAS Sports. That was all 2 hours because this gave us a lot of trouble. Echo sound, yeah, my computer volume's probably too loud. I'm going to turn it down a bit. So, there we go. Hopefully that improves it. We do all this before we start recording segments or anything. So, there you go. And yeah, all these other things require a new license. So, first up will be the Tourist Trophy race. So, I guess let's jump right into it. Hopefully you guys had a good week. I'm ready to go racing. Right. Alright, next part of our playthrough, and we need to go back to our garage and find our Audi TT. We have already a lot of cars. So we have 2 TTs because we won it last time. We have our black one, and we have our blue one. This one's 221 horsepower, And since I feel like we need to be upgrading, we should start with this one, the new color. So let's do that. Let's take a look at the tune shop. See what I need to do. So, I actually don't know how much the AI is. Like, I'll quickly do some off-screen research. It does not have any of the horsepower. So, we're just gonna assume we need the intercooler. I'm gonna get the cheap parts first before we go for the big turbo to see where we're at. See, 275 horsepower. I'm gonna buy suspension, see if that will help our launch and stuff like that. It just might. You came back to asphalt and tried the Auckland track. Yeah, I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks sketchy. Let's see. How much power am I getting out of everything? I know I'm like doing this whole kid, like just slap a bunch of power into it. Let's do the sports muffler, because it didn't look like benefit was that much of a difference. So there you go. Port polish. Sure. I don't think we need the balancing. As for drivetrain, can I get something that helps me on the launches? Looks like we need a close ratio transmission. Let's just do it, just for quality of life improvement. Do I need tires? I'm just buying everything that isn't the turbo right now. Okay, 306 horsepower. I think, let's go with that. We can re-roll if this goes wrong. I'll buy the tires. Sup, Ashley, I know it's Subin. Hope you're doing well. Okay. I think we're all set up. Let's just slap an oil change on it too. Just get that little bit of boost. And let's see, we might need a stage 3. We'll see. I don't want to dominate the series, but I want to see. I did no research on how the AI are like in the series. We're gonna go to the Amateur League and go to Tourist Trophy. Same thing as the Beginner Championship, except it's now in the Amateur League, so a little bit longer races. 10,000 credits a win, so we'll get our money back. Again, limited to the IDCT. We gotta mix the circuits this time. Let's get right in and drive this four-wheeler drive thing. Doing decent this weekend. Had a good week. Went out with my friends last night. Pretty nice. Yeah. Unsurprisingly, all the AI are Audi TTs. There was no Audi race car in this game. 321 horsepower. Let's hope this is enough. You lost 50 points in MP2. I feel like Asphalt MP is like... He is really good. The launch still sucks. They are a little fast. But let's see if we can corner better. Good news is we know a tire wear to deal with. But it still doesn't help that the car is really like rumbly. So in a straight line, the AI are faster. This thing still understeers. Drives like a front-wheel drive car. Used the E10s. Yeah, in Gran Turismo 3. I don't think DS automobiles was even a thing when this game came out. Just the Citroen. Alright, so hopefully the AI don't like get really, really fast at the end. But let's see. So far, I'm vibing with them. I don't think Grim streams every single weekend. He does like a monthly thing or every couple weeks, right? So it's just probably not one of those weeks. Or maybe he's got something in real life going on. But I don't think a not streaming WTF is warranted. Or big dive bomb for the lead. And let's see, can we hold this throughout the whole series? If we can, it saves us a lot of money, which will be good. I clipped the chicane, the invisible wall. Let me pay attention to the road. So I've already pulled a 1 second gap, but there's rubber banding because it's amateur league. Let's see how we can manage this. I wonder if there's a way to improve the drivability of this car, because I feel like this car is bugged. One of the few cars that they messed up, and yet you require it for 2 series in this game. There's so many cars that will get completely forgotten and are never really used or never needed for anything. And you have a car like this which feels unfinished, and you have 2 series for it. Subaru. The Pizza Alcador. I don't think Subaru cars existed when this game came out. So Fearon does 1 stream every 2 weeks. Oh, that was an invisible wall hit. This car is so awkward. Okay, so I'm driving terribly. I think rubber banding can be good, because you don't want to make races completely boring, but obviously if you're the fastest driver, then you'll be the fastest one on track, and you'll have a pretty boring race. So I think rubber banding is needed to an extent. Obviously when you have something like online racing, you can't really rubber band. But yeah, in a single player game, it is good to keep the competition close. And the good thing with this game is the rubber banding stops halfway through the game, so you get a mix of both what it's like to really race and then what it's like to, you know, do the more arcadey stuff. They save the arcadey stuff for the early parts of the game so everyone experiences what feels like a skilled part, or they're skilled. They feel like they can handle it, so no matter what skill level you are, you can race with these guys. But once you get to like the professional league, obviously you've probably been good enough at the game to get the licenses and stuff like that for those leagues, so you can handle the real racing. I think it's good. We've used enough Lancers in this game, but the Evo 10 didn't exist when this game came out. The highest it goes up to is Evo 7, and we've driven enough through this playthrough. I think the next time we'll drive an Evo will be in the Rally series. I did see IndyCar last week. We had a surprise winner, one from the Formula 1 community. And the winner did some airborne travel. So this car kind of like drops under braking, so probably could have used the differential. But oh well. We seem to be handling it alright. I think so far skipping the stage 3 was the right move. send it through the chicane. No wall tap though. We take race 1. Quite easily, I'd say. Maybe the AI speeds up at the later part of the championship. SpongeBob or Patrick Shar? The star in one sense, because now both of them have TV shows, but obviously SpongeBob's more iconic. Patrick's more of a comedic relief. So I find both funny. They both have their moments. Both haven't aged well in the recent episodes, but the first 3 seasons are still great. Where did I put my phone? I hear my phone going off. 10,000 credits in the bag. Get that thumbnail shot. Let's go to the next session. Actually, don't know. They had the Dodge Dart to Asphalt 9. Something everyone kind of wants. But, we don't have it. I probably won't. I don't know. They could surprise us. Hopefully it won't be, too hard to get, though. They should give it away for free. Maybe launching in second gear will be better for this car. I will say, our car looks nice in the night, in blue. I don't know if you guys can see it very well on your screen with the capture card, but for me, it looks great. My controller's still vibrating. Yeah, it's pretty extreme. I put the suspension, so it's not that bad, but I still feel it pretty much every time it's driving around. But I think suspension helped. Make my Dodge Dart red. Nah, I don't want to change the paint color. I love the blue Dart. I think it looks great. I am bullying this third place TT. But we move ahead because the second place one had an issue. Alright, let's pick up the slipstream and get moving. I don't think I actually picked up the slipstream. Oh man, they are flying in the straights. They're going deep into the corner, even though it's not really a corner. Morning, Anthony. Yeah, make sure I'm reading that right. Anthrax rocks. Good morning. It is indeed a Saturday morning. For many of you, it's the evening or night or afternoon. We got time zones. We have a global audience. I put it down the inside and take the lead. Well, they never made a Dodge Dart rally car, at least not a true one. Only seeing concepts of it. Go way too deep, you get a slide, but thankfully no tire wear, so we can do that. Yeah, COVID's spreading quite a lot. We might go into another lockdown. I have no idea what's going to happen. But I'm out of school now, so hopefully you guys stay safe. If you have access, obviously do what you need to do to protect yourself. Get a vaccine, wear a mask, distance, be smart about events you attend. Don't go in public if you feel sick. Don't hang around sick people. So, you guys all know the drill. We've been doing this for a year and a half. If we've made it all this far without dropping dead, then I feel like what's another few months? But I'm in no position to talk about how the public acts, so I'm just a guy who drives around in a 20-year-old video game. Yep. So I watch SpongeBob still, like not actively, but occasionally. You know, I'll watch stuff from the first 3 seasons, and of course the memes I see pretty much every day. But I don't watch the new seasons. 6, the dollar. Does anyone get that reference? Forza 7, yeah. It's crazy that the last Forza Motorsport game that was released, which was only like 4 years ago, is already getting end of life. Meanwhile, Gran Turismo Sport still going strong, still getting esports. Anyway, another 10K in the bag. Sephiroth Gaming, Squidward Gaming. That's a pretty pixelated thumbnail. Don't think I'll use that one. Your school start in the next 2 days. Yeah, people I know, a lot of my friends still have 1 year left to go in university, so they're going back pretty much next week. And yeah, I know kids are going back to elementary, middle, and high school pretty soon too. So it's weird. First year out of school completely. I'm just gonna keep working. That was a bad idea, but let's see. I forgot to shift the start, so we dropped a lot of revs, but I think we could still pull through. We just gotta get some good corners. Squidward Camaro SS 2000. What's up, Desert Raid? When am I going to stream other games? I mean, for now, I like playing GT3. I will say, when GT3 starts to slug, we might think about playing other games and taking a break from it. Right now, we're getting to the end of this phase, but we're at the part where GT3 still, you can spread out multiple pieces of racing series and different cars and stuff throughout a stream. But once you hit, like, Professional League, you have to stay committed to some cars for sometimes a long time, like 4, 5, 6 hours, which for me is multiple streams, so I might end up, depending on how busy it gets, I might end up streaming GT3 on weeknights to, you know, get through parts of a long championship, and then on the weekend doing a different game. I don't know, we'll have to see where it goes, but once we hit Professional League, progress is going to slow a lot. We can have the rally events to kind of create a buffer. I haven't decided when to do rally yet. I don't know whether to do it after A license or after IB. I'm thinking after IB. Rally's kind of an entirely separate part of this game. Biggie. Alright, so we're back in the pack. Trying to use the gears. This is very weird. rev pattern. Yeah, Pro League takes a long time if you want to go through it fully. Alright, on the uphill. Mr. Krabs, CL600. Everyone wants to be Mr. Krabs because he's, you know, he's got his mind on his money and he's probably got a lot that he's hoarding. So I feel like a lot of us would want that. But then again, I don't know, he's got maybe too much greed. And I have no idea how his family issues are going. So I don't know. NASCAR 21. I don't really follow the NASCAR games, or really NASCAR that much, but they have a new trailer. Hopefully it's, is it different from the Heat games, or is it just like a yearly release thing? Similar to what F1's doing. Lap 2, and we're in the lead. Yeah, when I quickly, like, when I went to Asphalt 8 a few weeks ago, just to like mess around in that one cup, I was able to pick up, you know, a skill after like 1-2 races. I was just hampered by controls because the optimization on PC is so awful. Which is a shame. The game like could, with its 60 FPS support and, you know, modern computers and devices, the game should be able to, you know, run like a champ, but it doesn't on PC. I hear on phones it's better, but I'd be shocked that they're still keeping it alive. Right, the optimization, it's got to have frustrated some players. We're getting rid of Asphalt Extreme, by the way, so in about a month and a half, servers are going to completely close for Extreme. I think it's been delisted off the App Store now, so an end of an era. I thought that was their best spin-off they've ever made. They should have at least converted the game to offline before pulling it. Because now you won't be able to play it at all. Unless you get like a hacked version or something, but then if you're playing a hacked game, you're not getting the real experience. AX was kind of rolling with Asphalt 8 for a little bit in like 2017. It was getting constant updates and it had a smaller but active player base, but they kind of just completely pulled support, probably to get ready for Asphalt 9. So, there you go. Race 3 done. Pretty easy. But now we're going to move into the part where the AI might get tougher, or not. I have no clue. Let's see. Atomic, you are an S tier member. Thank you very much for that. Hope you're doing well. Glad you stopped by. That's awesome. Thank you for your continued support. I appreciate it. Another 10k in the bag. Get that thumbnail shot. Get the heat waves going through the car. Hold on, responding to something on my phone. Alright, from circuits. Let's start in second gear this time. You're doing well? That's great to hear. Yeah, September 30th is what I've seen. I've seen a screenshot where it alerts the player about that. So now we got a ton of wheel spin. I do think that was better than first gear. Assetto Corsa Mobile is coming that soon. I thought that would be a long project. So yeah, I know it's Rome Circuit, which has a kind of a long full throttle section at the start, but AI do seem faster than what they were in the first 3 races. But let's see. We got some corners to negotiate too. We just have to come in second in the last 2 races to win the championship, which I think we can do. It's that gray one that, surprisingly, there hasn't been much spread in the field. This gray one has always kind of held first place. But, I mean, considering our progress through the field at this point, we're going to win. There we go. Setting up a inside pass on race 4. We're going to squeeze. Sorry about that. The blue looks great in the daylight, I will say. Nice special color. Very nice color. Now here come the group. Here comes the group. Ready to mess my day up. Yeah, I feel like every asphalt spin-off besides Nitro 1. Nitro 1 though has no players. Every asphalt spin-off is kind of dead. It's just 8 and 9, and we all talked enough about the status of Asphalt 8 and 9. Overdrive's been long gone. You're currently in Chicago. Nice. Enjoy the city. Go to Luminati's or Giordano's. What's my favorite track to drive on GT3? Ooh. The absolute favorite? I love Laguna Seca, but since that's the real world track, I don't know if that really counts. Child Mountain always produces interesting races. Midfield and Apricot Hill, I generally like. Trying to think of the best of the best. I've been driving all these tracks, and I think every track is like pretty much good. There's no awful tracks. There's some tracks with invisible walls that suck. I love Seattle, but the invisible walls kind of take away from the experience. Same thing with Monaco, but Monaco is a little awkward to drive in this game. Playthrough's been going on for 22 hours, yes. Which doesn't seem like that much considering how long most streamers, will stream for, but since, yeah, we've been doing, GT3 every week pretty much. This is our 12th stream of GT3. Which is crazy, pretty much 3 months of playing this game. Time flies so fast. Don't be sad that the channel, has less viewers. Think of it as, we're restarting. Think of it as, I'm an entirely new channel. I could have easily opened a second channel to do just GC3, but I feel like just transitioning it to do other stuff. It will be slow at the start. We might never blow up the same way we did at S8. We might get lucky in the algorithm and get more people. You don't know. But I'm just gonna enjoy playing the games I do now and enjoy the peace and quiet. But I will say, sometimes it's nice to not have your phone blow up with YouTube comments every, 20 minutes. That's what it used to be like when I was in high school, when I uploaded Asphalt videos. So, sometimes it's nice to have that peace. Yeah, it says we're a quarter done GT3, but this is still the beginning. In terms of time played, we are very much in the early days. I mean, I might have to up the stream time, just to, cover the increased content. But these 3 uploads a week are gonna stop pretty much after this license. Anyway, race 4, done, secured. And I think that wins us the championship too. So there you go. Actually, I think the gray one fell off, so now we have almost 2-point gap. So, not that, I think the prize cards are all the same, so I don't think we need a huge prize card manipulation. It's just going to be what color we're going to get. I kind of like that thumbnail shot. Alright, let's go. Let's try a clean sweep. Deep Forest. Let's go. We're gonna do second gear again. I'm gonna try and like time the rev, not at red line, but somewhere in the middle. Still get wheel spin. I did think we got a better launch. So you're in Korea right now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's pros and cons to being a small and big YouTuber. I would never say we were like in the massive YouTuber where the world knows your name. I never reached that, and I'm constantly, honestly, that's kind of a blessing. I feel like having too much popularity hurts in the long run. What's my favorite car to drive in GT3? I'd say the 787B when I was a kid. It might still be. I don't know. I've been driving more cars in this playthrough, getting to know more stuff. Yeah, you go really wide there. I'm excited to drive like some of the sports cars. Like I want to pick up the Jaguar XJ220 at some point. Maybe drive it for an endurance or something. Maybe a Lotus. I want to like experience some of the other cars. I know with the way we've given ourselves a money challenge in the name of making the rest of the series, you know, interesting. But yeah, 77B, great sound, great driving, looks awesome, and yeah, I'll just say it again, great sound. Nothing like it. Edgar's gonna make another Integra. Everyone like sends it on the outside. That's the rubber banding. We're just trying to, you know, stay in the inside line, take curbs and stuff, keep it controlled and cooled. AI are just bouncing around. He goes wide, but he's gonna hook it back at the exit. He hits the grass, that gives us an opportunity, and we pass for the lead. So the AI didn't really turn up like they did in some of the other series. It's interesting. Oh, understeer. Almost went right into the grass. I was trying to read chat mid-corner. Alright, we got a 1 second gap. They are coming in. They are faster on engine power. But I think my car is easier to drive. Because we did the suspension, lightweight upgrade, and the tires, and the clutch. I think we're slower in top speed in the 5th and 6th gear, but you don't really reach top speed in these tracks. Get close but not off track. Ooh, have a little moment there. Don't get punted. They go wide. I don't know how they get so much grip on that exit there. I mean, obviously it's AI. Magic tricks. And they go super wide and hit the wall, so that should put us in the clear to win. Yeah, F8, I said that the game gets along once you get the IB license. Professional league, the races get really long and progress crawls. So I'm thinking do another game on our weekend slot and do GT3 over the week, or maybe even record it off stream. But I like streaming it because I get to chat with you guys. Especially if Professional League has some of the most interesting races and definitely a lot of prize car shenanigans. But you know, we get free. We get more money usually, so we get more freedom of choice to drive whatever car we want. By the way, we clean swept the championship, so GG. Easy. 50 points. We almost have double second place. So, there you go. 10k in the bag. I think we pretty much made our money back. That means it's prize time. Say GG and not know what it means. Man. So, we got that guy with his helmet. We can take a nice look at him, get our trophy. I didn't even see how much we made. I thought it was 40 grand. I don't know. Prize car time. What's it going to be for winning the Audi TT Cup Amateur? Going to be a box sedan. Is that a purple S4? I think it's purple. Grim color. Purple S4. Which we don't have the S for, so nice. Complete sweep. We got money. Let's take a look at our prize car. Ming Blue Pearl Effect. It's actually a blue S4. Interesting. It looked purple in that light, but it is a interesting color. I think it's actually less value than their TT. It's got 261 horsepower. Pretty nice. Nice Saudi. It's 36.8% for us. Back to 80% win ratio. That's a 50th car in the garage. It's pretty nice. That's the end of the segment. Let's save the game. Now, it's pain time. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, but I'll let you guys stare at the S4 that we just won just for a minute. Alright, mic back on. You think you should do... we should do the Altezza Championship first? Let me take a peek. Someone already disliked the stream because they don't like the IDTT. Let's just take a peek first. So, Silver Arrow is 3 races. You get 20,000 credits. Altezza Championship is 10,000. But you get 50,000 if you win it all. Good evening, brother. Let me just double check. There's 5 races. Ooh, they are longer races. Okay. I do think... Yeah, I did wash my hands, yeah. I do think we should, probably for the sake of money, do Altezza first. So, let me just peek at what the other Mercedes costs, because if they're more than 150,000, then I'm screwed. Okay, a CLK is 93 grand. It's not awful. We will drain pretty much all our money though. Alright, so next part of playthrough, and I think we're gonna sequence break quite a little bit, or not quite, but we need to get in our Toyota Altezza for the sake of money. I was planning on doing Mercedes, but chat suggested that I do this, which is probably the more sensible option in terms of money. So let's get right into the tune shop. And see. We need to buy a turbo. I think, because we did an NA tune-up last time, a stage 1, which has a little bit of horsepower. 70 grand for stage 3. Or 40,000 for, you know, stage 3 turbo. Now, I believe we already did some quality of life upgrades last time. We did the racing chip. We do a weight reduction? We didn't. Okay. So I'm gonna buy suspension again since it worked well for the Audi TT. Do we buy brakes too? Yeah, we don't need brakes. I think I'm gonna go with the stage 3. Might be overkill, but I have a feeling this one's gonna need it. Can't do an intercooler. And then for tires. Do I go with the sports tires or do I safe it and buy racing tires? I'm not sure. 24 hours Le Mans next week? Yes. Sports tires? Alright. Let's risk it with tire wear. Otherwise, I think that's it. We'll do an oil change just to boost the horsepower a little bit. And let's just roll with that. This is successful. We'll have 233 get right back at us. So, let's go. Amateur League. We're going to skip Mercedes for just a segment, and we'll do the Altezza race. Altezza Championship. So, limited only to the Altezza, Lexus IS, and the LM race car, just like last time. We're not racing a race car, so that's good. But yeah, let's see. Racing tires at the cheapest will be like 10 grand, but they can get really expensive. But super slicks are like... You should get the super slick for professional league stuff. So this is 5 laps. We have 374 horsepower. Electrical already off. Yeah, let's just go right in and see. There's no tire wear. So despite being 5-lap races, there's no tire wear here. So that's nice. Hopefully this is enough. Hopefully I didn't overshoot it. I don't think I did though. You actually need more than the stage 3. Do you mean the subtitles? I think the subtitles are automatically generated. I mean, you can manually edit them. I forget if you can volunteer to edit them. I feel like YouTube took away that feature. I mean, the comment, there should be just like a thing on the 3 dots, the drop down menu where you can just edit your comment. Similar to Audi last time out. We seem to be down on engine power, but we have a more drivable car. You need to pay real money to reach tier 25, yeah. They did that for everything though. I think they did that for the Koenigsegg Jesko and pretty much every other S-Class car in a festival. It's just not worth it to go for tier 25. Get the free tier 8 car and just live with it. Centenary is still great. I think the Jesko is the king right now, technically, right? That and the Tomahawk, I guess, on some tracks, but Tomahawk is so awkward to drive. So we've taken the lead on lap 2. So, similar to Ani, you can pretty much clear the field within 3 laps. But who knows, maybe the AI get tougher as the series goes on. I don't know. I saw Aston Martin withdrew their appeal. First, they lost the right to review from the FIA, and then after that, they withdrew the appeal. So, unfortunately, the sub DQ it stands. So, at least we got to watch a podium celebration, and it doesn't take away that he had a great race. So, unfortunately, the points will come in, but when you already have like 120 something podiums, another one in the grand scheme of things isn't that big of a deal. And he's already finished on the podium in the Aston Martin. I'm sure he can do it again. I'm sure he's got more in the tank. Who knows, he might even pull a win next time. You never know. Definitely when we don't have a top 6 and it's only a top 4, a midfield win is more likely. Whoa, a little bit of a lip jump right there. Deep corner. Not quite a Spinella, but a moment. Car is a little bit tougher to drive than the TT, even though I complain about the TT all the time. This one drives, you know, like a standard rear-wheel drive car. It slips out if you push it too hard. It's not undrivable though. It's very drivable. You're late? Not that late. We still got plenty of racing to do today. Someone joined right at the tail end of my stream last week, so feel bad for that person. Next one, Hot Wheels Unleashed comes out. Yeah. I've seen a couple like bits, and I saw like they're adding the Koenigsegg Jesko, and some of the real world cars are in that game. So it looks promising, but you know, I don't trust it being, you know, just another licensed Hot Wheels game, but it could be good. I haven't played a Hot Wheels game since the PS2 era, and you know, that was when I was a little kid. Anyway, we're on the final lap. On a rather quiet race. This is going to be a longer championship just because of the longer races. Anyway, we have a pretty good gap around the final corner. First win of the championship, race 1. We take it. Easier than I thought it was gonna be, but who knows? I haven't played any of the Hot Wheels mobile games. Not even when I was a kid on my iPod Touch. I don't remember if they even had a Hot Wheels game. Back in like 2010. I don't know. Nice thumbnail shot. Let's keep going. Alright, so Route 11 looks like. Let's get right into it. I'm not going to drop into the upgrades because I don't want to let my guard down. But, who knows. The Asphalt 9 soundtrack. Did they update it recently, or is it, the same as launch? I think Asphalt 9 soundtrack is good. I think it fits the game perfectly. I think the picks were, for the most part, the right ones. But, I don't know. It doesn't invoke as much emotion as Asphalt 8 does. That's because I played Asphalt 8 when I was younger. And also the track slapped harder. But, I don't know. My favorite menu track was Bottom of the Deep Blue Sea. That one, so good. And that artist, Missio, makes really good stuff. But Asphalt 8, like, pretty much every menu soundtrack, at least from before 2018 or whenever they added the new tracks. I haven't listened to the new tracks that much, but the old stuff was really good. Like, really, really good. I know it's 2013 vibes, but, I kind of miss those times. Asphalt 8 had a great racing soundtrack, and I know I've played probably over 1,000 hours of Asphalt 8, so I've heard the music over and over. But it's just great. The licensed stuff, the original stuff. Asphalt 9, to me, the soundtrack fits it, and it's not bad. But yeah, I don't have enough much nostalgia for it. Asphalt Extreme had a great soundtrack. Both in menu and in race. Had a great mix of electric and modern rock at the time. Like, it was perfect for the game. Yeah. Asphalt 8 had the channels, which was nice, where you could switch from bass or rock or, electric. So you could listen to, whatever track type you wanted. Or you can let the track decide, which a lot of the track decisions were pretty good. They fit the vibe very well, for the most part. I have to listen to the Asphalt 8 remixes again. Because Chemistry it's just in general a great track. I think Through the Gates is one of the most hype soundtracks that Asphalt 8 had, and that wasn't even original. That was Sea Dweller, you know, the people who made music for Need for Speed Most Wanted as a licensed soundtrack. Sea Dweller made Through the Gates in like 2008, and Game Loft used that for Asphalt 8 as one of the menu tracks, and I feel like that's one of the most hype songs in the whole game. Press name Trizel Sammy. That's my attempt. Do you think there will be an Asphalt 10? Personally, I have a feeling Asphalt 9's the last one. But that's just my my guess. It's just a prediction that I'm just punting into a wall. There might be an Asphalt 10 that comes eventually, but I feel like the mobile game landscape would have to change before we get a brand new mainline Asphalt game. I think with the era we're in, Asphalt 9 is here to stay, probably for a long time, just like Asphalt 8. So unless something major develops in like the mobile community, you know, like a new type of phone or a new way we experience, you know, the mobile environment, we won't have an Asphalt 10 until we have a new landscape. Oh, red one's coming in pretty hot. That's rubber banding. So yeah, I didn't take off any death crates because I feel like you can't trust it. You can't trust the AI fully. I mean, technically, isn't the Asphalt Legend Pass like $30 for the is it 15 or 30? I can't remember for the head start, where you get extra tiers at the start. The way inflation's going, it will be at $30 for a Legend Pass by that time. Kit among us. You have to say it backward. Rubber banding can be annoying, yes. If you're on the receiving end, it is annoying. Because, you know, we're trying to win with a kind of underpowered car. So it's similar to like Asphalt 9 in the sense if you try to win with the underranked car, you gotta get lucky and kind of play games with the AI, if that makes sense. $20 is the bundle. Get a little step out in second gear. You got a nice gap to the AI now, though. It is $30 for the bundle. That's what I thought. That is so ridiculous. That is half of a brand new game, pretty much. Imagine paying half of a full price game for an update that you still have to grind. Yes, they give you some tiers so you don't have to grind everything, but you still have to play to get everything. In limited time. Yeah, that's why I didn't do the Legend Pass that often. I only did it once. Because I feel like the value in the long run is not that worth it. Yeah, $10 won't kill anybody, but still. I don't want to pay for updates. In 4 updates, that's $120. That is 2 brand new games. We take race 2. It's a little tougher. Got it. Isn't this the last round of the Formula E Championship? And I think I read something like 18 drivers are eligible for the title this weekend. Because of the way FE is like formatted. Anyway, 2 races in, we already have a 1 race gap to second place because the red and green one traded places. That's pretty neat. Alright. 4 laps on Grand Valley, that's not so bad. Let's get right into it. For Racing 3, because the AI is not rubber banded, they use, I forget exactly what it's called, but basically it measures how well your last, like, 5 or 10 races went, and it will give you a difficulty. It will assign you a difficulty based on if you're winning a lot or if you're losing some races. So, the way the AI roll is it tries to match your skill level, but since it only goes based off your actual race results, it's not, 100% accurate. But the idea is like, if you're losing a race too many times, it will lower the difficulty to let you win the race. If you're winning a lot, it will make the AI tougher to make it harder for you to win. It doesn't change anything about the rewards or anything like that. It just, makes your car need servicing if you try to... You can manipulate the AI by just entering a race, quit restarting as soon as you start, as soon as the lights go green. It counts as a loss. So then the AI will go down every time, and then you reduce it to a point where you can win with an underranked car. That was the strategy me and a lot of other players in that community did to win certain events at a minimum tune. So I feel like that wasn't great. I mean, it gave you an option, but it was pretty tedious. You'd have to spend 10 or 20 minutes just quitting out of races just to drop the AI so you can win one race, and then as soon as you win that race, it goes right back up. The difficulty spikes right back up, because if you won by that was the other part of how it worked, was if you won the race by half a second or less than 1 second, a small gap, it wouldn't bump the AI up, because it thought that you fought to the very end and it was just the right difficulty. But if you win by 30 seconds or a minute or longer, it's gonna shoot your difficulty way up, all the way up. So if you tried to lower the AI by intentionally losing and then you win by a minute, that was just not good. So usually what you did was if you're doing an endurance race where you have to get a distance, once you hit that distance you just park the car and just wait for time to expire so that the AI doesn't go up too much. And then in a race, you'd kind of camp near the finish line and then let one of the AI just kind of ram you so that the gap is half a second. There were ways to manipulate the AI. What's my opinion on Wreckfest? I think that is a great game. I played it back in May, 100%ed it, Platinum Trophy. It recently got an update which added Carmageddon, which was pretty fun. I played a couple races with it. It's nice. The game mode is cool. I think it's a great game. It has a good nostalgia from the Twisted Metal days and Demolition Derby, Destruction Derby. But, it's got a nice soundtrack. Cars are unique. The damage model is awesome. The spectacle is great. I think it's a great game, and you should play it. It was free on PS5, which I know is not really saying anything because not many people have one, but that was how I played it. But I'm pretty sure it's like under $20 on the other platforms, so you can get it on Steam or PS4 or Xbox. I think it might even have a Switch version. I'm not 100% sure on that. Wasn't the Tycon like the D-Class King in some ways? Or the Gallardo? Those are the two, like, great Legend Pass cars. And those are at the start. I argue, like, those cars you listed, the Enzo and the Aston Martin, are probably good to drive. And they're well-rounded, but they're not the Kings. They're not usable for, like, competition. So it's weird, in this race, we're pretty much dominating. The last race gave us some trouble. Probably because of the tight corners and how the AI act, but on an open track like Grand Valley, easy. Monaco's probably going to be tough. You bought a model car. Nice. Is the PS4 still good? I mean, as a console overall, I'd argue it's one of the best consoles ever made in terms of like its game library. If you like single player experiences or, you know, just great graphics, there are some fantastic PS4 games that if you've missed out on up to this point, that was a great time to get a PS4. Because the PS5, even though, like, yeah, the PS5 is backwards compatible, the best PS4 is a PS5. But if you don't care about the PS5 or you can wait, PS4s are cheap right now. Especially a used one. But even new, there's plenty of bundles that are pretty cheap if you want to get into it. And all the best heavy hitter games are like $20 now or less. And they go on sale all the time for even less, but still, you can get the the PlayStation Hits, whatever it's called, maximum $20 a piece, and that's like Gran Turismo Sport, God of War, The Last of Us, Spider-Man, Uncharted 4. Every like major release is like $20 now or less. And then obviously you have all the third-party games that released from like 2014 to 2020 that are also relatively cheap. The PS4 is this age right now where nobody really cares about collecting for it. It will hit this age in like, give it like 5 or 6 years. PS4 games are going to start going up. But right now, the market is dead for PS4 and its games. So, unless you want like the really rare stuff. But all the games that are worth playing are cheap. And the console itself, you can get a PS4 Slim or a used first gen PS4 for cheap. You might have to clean the console a little bit, but not that bad of an investment. By the way, we've absolutely dominated the race. I did a spin just to show how much we won by. Our AI is going to join the track and still be in the lead. And yeah, we get a big win. I think we're now, 14 points ahead, which is really good for our championship hopes. So if the AI turn up, we can handle it. Yeah, if you want to play online, you need to buy PSN. And also, to be fair with online, a lot of the old games don't have that active of a player base anymore. It still exists. But number one, you need PlayStation Plus, and number two, you kind of need to play with the tryhards, the people who have been grinding the game since it came out. So, it's kind of a at your own discretion for online. But offline, the games are awesome. PS4, PS5, the best PlayStation console. I say it's way too early to rate the PS5. I mean, as a console, it's an interesting one. The design is the most ambitious of any PlayStation ever made. I love the controller. I'd rate the controller as the very best. I'd say the DualSense 5, and I know this sounds kind of like fanboy and biased, but I think the DualSense is the best first-party controller ever made. And as for the games, we haven't had that many PS exclusives. We had Spider-Man, which released on PS4. We had okay, so the only exclusives that are like real exclusives are Demon's Souls and Ratchet and Clank. I've heard Demon's Souls is great. I've never played it. And the Ratchet and Clank I heard was good. I have to play the reboot before I play Rift Apart, but I heard it was a good game. But other than that, you know, we're waiting on GT7, God of War, whatever Naughty Dog's making, and some of the other first-party studios. Marcus Harrison, yeah. He hit a car, went airborne, landed without completely wrecking his car, and then got lucky enough to win the race. That would be chaotic. Imagine, everyone was complaining about how Hamilton hit Verstappen and then won the race. How about Ericsson, who went airborne, landed, and won? IndyCar just won up to Formula 1, and we didn't get the explosive drama in IndyCar. You know, I saw some people were mad on Twitter, but not as mad as F1 that day. You're playing Dirt 5? Yeah. I heard Dirt 5's better now. Speaking of better, the AI are faster. But we have more laps to work with, so we can start to pick our way through the field. This is where our brakes would have helped. But since the AI are close, we can strategize this. If we pick off one at a time, at the end of the lap, we can make it. We just have to find the right spots and drive fast in certain sections. They really use all of the track though. A9 is on Xbox. Is it released on Xbox already? Am I gonna get squeezed? No, the AI races me. That's awesome. No wall hit. The white one's blocked in my way. That's another car we picked off in the lap. I told you we just need to pick off one at a time and we're good. Maybe we could pick off two in a lap? I think so. Good exit. Ooh, we might steal the lead here. Second place is mine. Just like that, we went from being in last place at the end of the first lap to quickly catching up to Red and actually tapping his back. Power. Here's where our turbo comes in, stage 3 turbo. 0.06 lead. at the end of lap 2. In lap 1 we were at pretty much last place. The Asphalt April Fool's event. Was that the one where it gave the Jesco and the Rimac, or was that something else completely? I actually don't remember. I don't remember anything from 2021 Asphalt, really. Which is weird. Oh, we tapped the inside wall. Alright, still 2 laps to go, but we don't need to pass anybody now. Yeah, Xbox is starting to pick up some pace in terms of the games. Forza Horizon 5 on the Series X is probably going to be great. I think in terms of looks, it would be beautiful on Series X. I don't know about Series S. And to be fair, I haven't looked into how much power the Series S has versus the X. I thought it was underpowered compared to an Xbox One X. Whoa, did I have an audio glitch there? I don't know if you guys heard that. But it sounded like the drifting was underwater. I took that corner in a really dumb way. Oh well, at least I have a big lead. Yeah, it was this year where they gave the Rimac and the Jesco. We had to time it right. I forgot if that was 2020 or 2021. 2019 was when they did the Chiron stunt. That was really funny. It's pronounced Jesco, yeah. That's a me problem, because it's the same way with like the word GIF. I always pronounce it as GIF, like the peanut butter, or the Gallardo. I always pronounced it as a Gallardo as a kid. Even in like some of my old Asphalt videos, I pronounce it as Gallardo. I know it's Gallardo. But yeah, Jesco is the proper pronunciation, because yeah, Sweden. But they just throw the J in there, and you know, Americans go to American, you know. Jesco is better. I don't know. I think the best Koenigsegg name was the Agera. I know you pretty much have the CC series, the Agera, and the Regera, the Jesco, and the is it Gemera with a G? Or Gemera? I don't remember. How about the 1-to-1? The Koenigsegg Felix. We're just hitting that inside wall every time. But we've won pretty convincingly. I thought we'd have to fight this to the very end, but rubber banding does its thing. And we are, I think, guaranteeing the championship now. Drizel's back. Race 4. All done. This is a long series, I must say. For 12 years though? Not bad. Get those points secured. And what's our gap? 22 points, yeah. Gap 18 points second. That's a win. 10k in the bag. Let's go. I'm gonna do a little backup here. If you know, you know. I won't 100% sure do it, but I'll give myself the option. Alright, Monaco. 7 laps compared to 5, so this is gonna be a longer race. Let's try the second gear launch just to mess around. That actually worked out. Anyway, no heroics into Santavant. Let's do it all on... I need to learn the corner names again. This Mirabeau. I don't know. Heading into Casino Square. And yeah, we're already looking at the lead because of the tight corners. Yeah, and there's the lead. We're gonna sweep the championship again. The Stroll curb. We're heading to the Stroll curb. It was that swimming pool, right? Was the Lance Stroll curb? I love how it was the Charles Leclerc curb all the way up until the race, and then here we go, the Lance Stroll corner. They should rename this to the Lance Stroll corner, honestly. That guy did a full Lance Stroll there. Actually, he did a Charles Leclerc on that corner. Anthony Noge. To the end, and that's a lap. You driving road cars around Monaco. Yeah, everyone seems to like the Escalade top 5s, except for me. I liked them when I was making them, but, I mean, looking back, those videos are like 5 years old now, and I thought they were kind of cringy. And some of the comments agree with that, but they're the most viewed videos, so I'm not going to do anything with them. Even though most of them haven't aged well because of the patches and the way they change tokens and the way they change some of the cars. Some of the videos don't make sense anymore. Some do still make sense. But I wasn't planning on the game having a major change after leaving. So, sorry, viewers in 2021. I can't add a part to that video that says it's outdated. I can only change the titles and stuff. Is the 890 Supra the brand new one? tried to use the handbrake and that didn't really work. I'm trying to figure out how I can like spice up these corners and make them less awkward to handle. Yeah, the 2020 Supra. I don't know. I see a lot of them when I go to car shows. Maybe we didn't need the Stage 3, yeah. I don't know, because some of the races we did need them. Like Tokyo, to make those passes, we needed the turbo. I could have probably taken off the racing chip and the exhaust and stuff. But, you know, oh well. That just means we don't have to re-clean them. You know what it is? This is redemption for when we did the beginner league and then, you know, had to like do our qualifying strategy and stuff at the end of the championship. So this is payback for beginner league. Let's see it that way. How's the vaccine program going in your country? You know, people are still getting vaccinated. Here's my not so hot take. Some people might find it as a hot take. Everybody who wanted a vaccine has one now. And everyone who doesn't like them or agree with them or are scared of them, they probably aren't going to change their minds today. So we're kind of in this limbo period where we have to see what Delta does to, you know, our country and then react to it. You might have to do another lockdown because Delta seems to be vaccine resistant. I have no clue. But, yeah. A bit of a, welp, let's see what happens moment. I mean, me and my whole family are fully vaccinated, so that's not much further that I can go, so. My only, suggestion is if you haven't and you have it available, you should get one so we can get, you know, past this. Can't wait for the Epsilon variant. I can't wait for the Sigma variant so that we can all be Sigma males. But I have a feeling that we're going to be having this exact same conversation a year from now. Just we'll replace the name with something else. Instead of Delta, will be Sigma or Ligma variant. I don't know. Delta Plus and Lambda, yeah. The issue is regular COVID, as much as, I don't know if that's the official name for it, Alpha or regular COVID. We're fine with that, but Delta is, and the ones behind Delta are obviously the new concern. So, I have a feeling we're going to be having this conversation until there is a FDA approved and mandated vaccine. That is what it's going to take to get past it. Once jobs start requiring it, like we require a polio shot for schools and stuff, and yeah, once kids can get the vaccine too, then we might have some more hope, but I don't know. I hate how I have to say that that's a hot take or a controversial opinion or something, because it really shouldn't be, but because at the end of the day we're driving GT3, but truth is that's kind of where we're at right now at time of recording. Yeah. We will probably be good for the most part because the vaccine doesn't seem to be, you know, it doesn't completely, it's not completely useless to even like Delta. I haven't read much of people dying from COVID who have the vaccine. So, maybe worst case scenario, at least this is what it sounds like at time of recording. It sounds like the worst COVID could do to you with the vaccine is, you know, give you a long breathing issue. But not kill you. Too many plot holes, yeah. So, I don't know. I've made it this far without actually catching the virus, but that was because, you know, I wear my mask, I stayed, 6 feet apart. I thought cautiously about if I was going out or going to see friends or something, and then once I could, I got my vaccine. I got my first shot literally the second day it became available in my state. So, I did everything I needed to do to stay safe, and so far it's working out. Do you think it's less than 1%? Yeah. I know at work, one of my coworkers said that they did a video call and they had a conference room. One of the cameras was a conference room of like 8 people in a room, and they said they were all vaccinated, but this was a week ago. But this week, one of them has COVID. So, I don't think it's not impossible. So, I don't know. Everything's too early to call. I think what everyone's going to have their eyes on now is the schools are opening up. And for the most part, kids can't get a vaccine. So there's a high chance that if everybody's not masked up or being clean, which to be fair, if it's an elementary school, kids are gross, there might be a chance of exposure. Or if the teacher's not vaccinated and shows up sick. I don't know. But that's going to be the biggest eye-opener right now. And I have a feeling that if schools need to shut down or get locked down or whatever because of outbreaks, that means the parents need to stay home too because of obvious exposure and stuff like that. So we might end up in another lockdown. But I have no idea if that is certain. Meanwhile, the final lap, almost. Total domination of this race. I could have taken off the turbo, probably. That's right. Even if you're vaccinated, you should wear a mask when you're in a store, inside, in public, because there's definitely a crowd of people who say they're vaccinated, but they're lying, just so they can get out of wearing a mask. And, yeah, if you drop your guard. We've already gone a year wearing the mask fully. We're towards the end of summer. Wearing a mask, it's not that bad. Especially if you're not wearing it for hours at a time. If you are working a job and you have an 8-hour shift and you're wearing a mask, I feel for you. I'm sorry. Because that does suck. I've done it a couple times back when I was at college, where I wear a mask for 8+ hours. It's not fun, but you're doing our part, so thank you. But yeah, if you're a shopper or something where you're only going to be out for a couple hours at most, no brainer, just wear the mask. You can handle it. You've been going a year with it. What's another couple months? Yeah, we're just killing the race. Yeah. How many hours of work? I have a standard 9 to 5, 8-hour job, 40 hours a week. About as basic as you can get. So there you go. Alright. Monaco done. Total domination of the race. 32 seconds ahead, yeah. I'm surprised AI just dropped off completely. It wears out your ears. For me, it's the nose. It slimes up. Not slimes up. It makes my face feel greasy after a certain amount of hours. Anyway, that's a clean sweep. 2 race gap. 10K in the bag. A nice thumbnail shot. Alright, prize time. 30,000 credits. We're going to be at $250,000, which is awesome. 260,000. I can't do math. Prize card time. What's it going to be? Pink Vits. Uh-oh. It's yellow. Piss Vits. Man. There's a chance that you get the Altezza race car, and instead we hit the jackpot, so. Anyway, we already have the Gillette Vertigo, so we don't need the race car. So yeah, let's take a look at our third Vits in just yellow. No classification, just yellow. So anyway, our progress is 37.9%. We're over $1 million in prize money now. And that's the end of the segment. Alright. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and you guys can just feast your eyes on the Piss Vits. I'll be back. I'm back. What happened to chat? Prius dead. We got the bits. Yeah, so I didn't save the game because I wasn't sure if I'm gonna re-roll. I don't know. We got the piss yellow bits though. Not a new color. It's not a duplicate color. It's a brand new color. So I'm debating. Just roll with it? I think so. There's more chances to win the Altezza race car in this game, so... And if it's really like... we could just reroll the series, but... we don't need the Altezza LM for anything else. It's just... you know, more usable than the Vits, our third Vits. But we have different colors. We got this pink one, we got this brown, orange metallic thing. And, do we have any other Vits? Or is that our... yeah, it's our third one. We have 3 Vits now. It's pink, right? Yeah. We do have a pink Vits from FF Challenge, so we have that. Anyway. I'm thinking we save the game. Let's just do it. I'm solidifying it. Alright. So, here's our situation. What do we do about this? Let me just see what we can do with the upgrades. So we could slap a stage 3 in it. 42 grand, 341 horsepower. And put tires and stuff. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You're talking about Centeno. I don't think many people realize that it's Anakin and Padme, but yeah. So you can put 340 horsepower in that. Bump it up 20 there. Bump it up 10 there. Bump it up 10 there. About. So we can put almost 400 horsepower in this thing for like 60 grand. Or we can go to Mercedes and buy a CLK for 90 grand and go from there. The issue is I have no idea what the AI are like. I have a feeling there's a chance we can win with the maxed SLK. But I have no clue. We're gonna go right back into poverty. We'll have 60 grand if we win the races. What the dog doing? How much is the CL600? 133 grand. That is way too much. So, I just pulled up ProDrive GT's video. And he has 522 horsepower in a CL600 that he's doing for this series. Yeah, we need the CLK. So let me start a segment and we'll do it. Alright, next part of our playthrough. And we need to buy a car and go back into poverty. We have all this money and, well, we gotta stimulate the Gran Turismo economy. into Mercedes. Our SLK is probably not going to cut it. Unless we like really max it out. But probably to give ourselves an easier time. And, you know, make us some variety with the cars. We're going to buy a CLK 55. CL 600 is just way too expensive. Thing is, what color should we get? This brilliant silver reminds me of the CLK GTR. I never loved the reds. You get the greens. The blue is not that great. We could do a black Mercedes like the F1 car, which is also red. Darkness is green. F8 likes the black. Is it just the black color? Not so bad. That's a blue. Black, please. First one to break the tie gets it. First new person. Magma red. Magma rot, is that what the color is? GamesX says red. Everyone wants red. So I'm guessing Magma rot is red. So, we'll do it. Red CLK. Yeah. Alright. Sorry, F8. Okay, poverty time. So let's see what we got under the hood. I didn't even look at to see how much power we're carrying. We cannot turbo this. We can stage 2 it. Slap 450 horsepower. You know what? That's not that bad. That upgrade's actually pretty cheap. Let's do that. And do we need any more? Should we just try, since it's a single race series, if we need more upgrades, we can put more in. But should we just try this? A stage 2 CLK, nothing else, and just see what happens. I'm thinking let's try it. So, our last A license event for the whole game, but also Amateur League, is Legends of Silver Arrow. Just like Beginner League, only limited to the Mercedes cars. Some nice prize money, but only 3 races. And obviously we just sunk like 100 grand into a car, so... FlamingDogOfFire is late, but we're still racing. We're still going. So, we actually have a couple SLKs, but we're perfectly balanced even with the AI. So, let's try this. 450 horsepower. Let's see if this works. This could go horribly. About to hit 1 day runtime. Yup, in a minute. There's lag between my face cam and everything else. Even the voice, because I might need to fix that then. "24 hours coming up. "59, 24 hours. Done. Took 12 streams. See, if I streamed the GT5 24 hours Le Mans, it would have taken 12 times. 2 hours. This thing is a boat to steer. We did it, Reddit. We Reddit did it. Chat is hyped. We're still towards the beginning of the game. What if I told you guys that we're about only 1/5 through the playtime of this game? Alright, so we're hanging with the pack, but this thing is just a little tough to drive. But let's see. Now that the AI are starting to settle in, let's see if we can pick off the AI. Get a slide going. And we actually have to deal with the SLKs now. The car we neglected. The bigger thing is who's in first place right now. Yeet chicane. We just went into that yellow one, like, completely, violating the yellow one. It's personal space. In place for the yeet chicane. Alright, now we're in second place. I think we can roll with this. I believe that's CLK in first, though, so. We got a 1.2 second gap that we have to close. I think we can do it. Unless the rubber banding is kicked in now and he's all of a sudden faster. I mean, we're done now with the chat spam. Whoa. Too much heat. Alright, we seem to be quick in this section, so let's do it. A big jump. Oh man, that was too much. Too much jump. We're driving like a maniac. But we're a little bit closer. So, moral story, drive like a maniac, guys. Hank, don't drive the CL600, it's too expensive. Oh, messed up the corner. That's gonna hurt. Mercedes biome, such a weird concept, and we only ever saw it once in Asphalt 8, never again. Okay, I think we lost. One more yeet. Yeet 1, yeet 2. Car just does not let, the game just does not want us to go upside down. There we go. We get a little bit of money, so some damage control. We need some upgrades. Alright, first up, I need a better suspension. I need some lightweight. This'll do. I think we can go without tires. But I'll also slap an oil change in it. So now we got a little bit more power and a little bit more drivability. Let's head right back in. The oil was clean, yeah, but we need the horsepower boost. You don't like the red? I mean, normally red's my favorite color. It looks out of place for a Mercedes. But, eh. But the colors on this car are kind of weak. I feel like you can only go with silver or black, like if you were to actually drive it. I wish the CLK GTR was in this game. Why red? Because 3 people voted for it. So, I just went with the majority. I mean, I was planning on getting a red or blue Audi RS5 if I were to get a luxury car. I think it suits that car pretty well. Alright, now we are actually fighting with the CLK for the lead without having to drive like a maniac. Oh, by the way, if there's an audio delay, how bad is it? Does the voice appear before or after the camera? I'm trying to like enunciate everything, but tell me how the audio sync is to the game. So like, I see 59, 1 minute, 101, 102, 103. How bad is it? I need to know. Is my camera and mic's delayed? FlamingDog says there's no delay. GamesX says it's fine. Yeah, everyone says it's fine. I tried to sync it up a few weeks ago, and I thought I did a alright job. I didn't know if it fell out of place or something. Okay. No delay. Cool. Thanks, guys. So, the CLK managed to get past me. And I'm trying to get past him now, but he's in my way. So, we're going to go around the outside. A little too much trolling. But we actually managed to make the move stick. Going back down the inside again. Cover it. Opportunity to gaslight streamer for trolling. With this power, we can do a whole lot of trolling. It's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. squad. Hold the line. There we go. Pretty close race, all things said. The SLKs actually beat the CLs. That's 20k in the bag. .5. That's like the Super Mario Bros. World record. Super Speedway. A little bit of an odd race for Mercedes, but we'll take it. Mercedes to do IndyCar. How about that? Okay. Hopefully the weight of this car isn't that bad for Super Speedway. Again, we have a filled grandstands for a bunch of Mercedes road cars. Drive around for some laps. Applebee's. So like Applebee's with cheese. No test course this time. Can you change the color of the car after you buy one? No. You're kind of stuck. Whoa. We got swept. We got a side swipe. The other CLK. Just trying to mess with the sound effects. That's the black CLK is not liking us. The Art of Revenge? Yes, I have seen that video. With Matt Kenseth. And Joey Logano. But yes, I've seen that video. There's no paint shop. That wouldn't show up till GT5. Ooh, Mercedes are coming back. I thought the SLKs would be fast, but so far we're holding up pretty well. Ran the AI. Looks like we're starting to build a little bit of a lead to the AI though. Here they come back. Here I come, rougher than the rest of them. Is that how it goes? Don't leave me hanging there. What is happening? We're getting a little salty over color. Didn't realize a red Mercedes invokes that much emotion. The pink Vits or the yellow Evo. CL600s are in pain right now, all the way in the back. We got one lap to go. Yeah, Pink Fits is honestly more of a GT community created meme. They just used Rhino's his old playthroughs. He got so many Pink Fits in his run back in like 2011. But it's kind of self-embraced now. The red Mercedes. I hope the C5R in the American Championship takes off. I won't be as much as the GT40, but I feel like people overlook that a lot because you can just get in any car and blaze it. But man, yeah, that playthrough's 10 years old now. I just realized. Wow. Anyway, another 20 grand in the bag. So, good stuff. I'm gonna save this replay because we had a good fight with the other. I'm gonna call the replay red Merc. How many things are 10 years old? The full release of Minecraft, technically. The 3DS, the Nintendo 3DS. Alright, so Roam Circuit. I'm gonna leave the upgrades. We're gonna launch second gear. Just try it. Yeah, the 3DS. That's a big one. And the Wii U is 9 years old. It's not far behind. Okay, so second gear was not it. The DS is almost 20 years old, yeah. The PS3 and Wii are 15 years old. Almost. They will be in November. And the Xbox 360 is 16 years old, almost. Which I think that's even crazier. Me looking for traction. Yeah, the wheel spin does not work with this Mercedes. Bonk. The PS2 is, yeah, 21 years old, almost. This game is 20 years old. And it came out, I think, in July of 2001 or June 2001, so it's more than 20 years old now. So, CLK gained. Have a little bit of a scrap. Oh. We're just causing bumper damage. Alright, see you, Game 6. Whew. That was a send for the lead. I wasn't expecting to pass, and I'm gonna just let that line play itself. Having a bad middle sector here. Looks like the other Mercedes are slowly catching up. Or rather, the green one's falling back. We're gonna try an inside move. Get our elbows out. He's right behind us. Oh, I let go of the steering too early. Right there. Pagani sign, just there. Pagani needs to advertise. All the manufacturers. And then we got Ford and Roof in a Roam circuit. They're just putting every manufacturer here. I saw in a GT5 Easter egg, I think it was in the new Rome circuit or something, there's a Marlboro advertisement that passed through the filters and was in the final release in GT5 at one of the photo mode locations, I think. James, asking the age-old question. What the dog doing? Yes, it was in Match A's premiere. That's where I learned it from, so I watched that. That guy's channel is great. He has so much, like, lore on GT. A little bit of an awkward final corner, but since we got such a lead, the red Mercedes just... It was a little tough in the first 2 laps, but we really took it easy on the last lap. So there you go. Field 600, in pain, as always. We're just going to let him finish. Can't believe we pay 130 grand for that car, and it's just such a slug. Anyway, that's 20 grand in the bag. Back about 200 grand, so honestly, not the worst case scenario in terms of money. We survived a license. That's a thumbnail shot. I like that one too. Oh, there's a lot of good shots to choose from. Anyway, prize car time. For winning the Legend of Silver Arrow Amateur, we get a prize car. That is a prize car. A CLK touring car. It's awesome. And we'll need that for IB license, because there's a German Touring Car Championship, and we have a perfect car for it. There you go. That's A license done. We have to clean up some of the races, but A license is done. Okay. Gold trophies and everything that we needed it for. American Championship needs some cleanup, but yeah. This is all for the next license, which we don't have yet, so there we go. Let's view our car. CLK touring car, D2. I say it looks pretty nice, and it's got 440 horsepower, so we will need it. I don't think you can buy this car actually. I think it's prize car only, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. How far into completion is arcade mode? I can check. I mean, right now we're 38.5%. I think we get like around like 5, 6, 7% from doing arcade mode. But yeah, almost exactly 1.2 million in prize money. And that's the end of the segment. Yeah, let's save the game. What do you think, guys? Should we do arcade mode? How are we feeling? It will take about an hour. I have the time though, so... You guys want to go another hour? Or you want to call it a day and pick this up next week? Your call. IB license will be next stream, but arcade mode is something we want to clear another area, area C. So, do another one. All right, let's go. So, next part of our playthrough, and we finished A license. So, if you guys know what's next, it's the arcade mode. It's 3 a.m. for you. Oh well, you can either fall asleep to this or stick around. Anyway. We got another area of arcade mode to cover, just to kind of recap from last time before we get right into it. We've done everything in Area A and B. Area C is next. We got 6 tracks, including a test course. So, let's do single race, hard, so we can clear everything. Go to Area C. West Alps 2 is our first and only rally race, so... You know, that means we need a rally car. And you know what, since we just recently unlocked it, I'm going to use... Ooh, I would say the Launch Delta would fit well for Tahiti Maze. Four-wheel drive. Should have the Escort. Delta is topical. The Lancia Delta. The Lancia variant. Surely the Lancia? Okay, I'll quit out of that one. I don't even know what our opponent is. Alright, we'll do the Lancia. Screw it. Legendary rally car anyway. And this doesn't affect our win ratio, I'm pretty sure. So, top right back in. Lancia Delta, HF, Integral, the rally car. So there we go. I don't think there's any way to unlock this car in career mode. Actually, wait, I think there's an endurance race that gives this as a prize car. So there you guys go. In the Martini livery, which surprisingly it passed through this game. I think they had to remove the actual Martini logo, but it's there. You're buying a Lancia Delta model? Nice. So forward focus is actually pretty quick on this map, so we gotta try for this. I know Swiss Alps was a little tricky the first time around. This is arcade mode. This always screwed me over because you could barely see anything. And on my display the brightness is kinda low. We are in the dark. And we just got a bunch of mud on our screen because of the focus ahead. Yeah, you just can't see anything. Focus is just maintaining the gap. I'm trying to take different lines, but he's holding a 1 second gap. We're gonna send it. And into the dark we go. Oh man, I'm just following the fence lines. This section especially though. You can barely see anything. I'm following the trees. Oh, Money's here? Welcome. Uh-oh. Here he comes. He's fast out of that corner. I mean, to be fair, I had a bad exit, but... man. Whoa. Okay. He went Hamilton at Cop's corner there. Yeah, they sent it. Alright. Follow the trees. So it's interesting because you gotta manage the gears. You gotta shift, you have to downshift kinda early. And then you don't have to brake as much as you would think. Anyway, into the final lap, I have backed down a little bit. Again, courtesy of rubber banding. This is only 4 laps and not 5. We have completely finished Amateur League. Silvera was the last one. I mean, we have to clean up the American Championship at some point, but we don't have to do that right now. Oh, I meant for Amateur League as a whole, we got there are GT World Championship, the German Touring Car Championship, Gran Turismo All Stars, Japan GT Championship, Race of the Red Emblem, and then an IA license event for Dream Car Championship. That's it for Amateur League. And that's it for this race. So, yeah, we won't be done with Amateur League until we get the IA license, and by then we'll have done some Professional League races, so there you go. Yes, Notato, you've shown some of it, at least, of the plot and the championships and stuff in the Discord server. It's like a 90s style street racing series. Try a Mountain Dew. Let's drive a normal car. What do we got? Let's drive this roof. It's like a Boxster, sort of. Let's drive it in silver. It's a nice looking car. There's a Pagani Zonda in this race. Well, let's go. We got a Griffith, a Lotus Esprit, and a Zonda to deal with. I don't know if that's a regular C12 or a C12S, but that scares me. The new Countach looks like a Centenario, and a Sion had the baby. And the baby they call was the Countach. I don't know. Countach looks really retro. I know it's from the 70s and 80s, but I find it's a tough job to modernize a car that was such like a wedge when it came out. This car is actually pretty nice to drive, I must say. And the color looks good. Everyone goes off track. And we gotta deal with the Zonda. I don't know what kind it is, but it's a Zonda. Couldn't tell. I think it's a regular C12, but I'm not sure. Are they gonna do Diablo facelift? I don't know. Maybe. But isn't the Aventador like the Diablo's successor? It was like the Diablo, and then the Murcielago, and then the Aventador. And then they're gonna do something new after the Aventador. Here comes the Pagani. Yeah, I prefer the 80s version too. My favorite is the 25th anniversary edition. Zondago Burr. TVR is not that far back either. Hot dog, do you have a girlfriend? Don't put me in this spot like that. I don't. Still don't. But that's fine, because I get to play Gran Turismo. And that's just as good, if not better. '25th anniversary gives you A8 vibes. Yeah, because the 25th anniversary was in that game, and it kind of sucked in Asphalt 8. I mean, it was a low B class car at the time. And yeah, nothing to write home about. But it looked pretty nice, and the colors were really cool on that car. But I think the Countach 25th anniversary, the one with like the wings and the body kits, like one of the final editions of it, was like the best Countach. That'd be the one you see in all the posters and stuff. Like the one from Wolf of Wall Street and, you know, all those like 80s Miami shows. That's what everyone thinks when they hear Lambo. In my opinion, the Diablo SV and the Countach 25th anniversary are probably the best Lamborghinis ever. At least for nostalgia's sake. I love the Murcielago. Yeah, the box just sounds really nice. I know it's a, you know, modified Porsche, but it makes you... It really, like, brings out the Porsche vibe. And the driving's pretty nice. This car handles really well. You throw it around, be confident. Not too much oversteer, but enough delivery. Driver's car. There are some cars that have a great engine sound in GT3 and 4. Not all of them, but some of them are great. Some cars like the Mazda 77B, obviously, they have their own unique sound that is awesome. I know it's not 100% accurate, but it is unique and distinct. I thought the Aventador has a final edition, and that's going to be it for the Aventador. And after that, they're done. I think GT Sports sounds are great, though. Pretty much every car is unique. Zonda coming in hot at the end, but we win the race. Oh, no, we got one more lap. I thought that was the end. I'm too used to the rally race where it was 4 laps. We have one more. I was ready to completely let go of inputs. Oops. James. Oof. Now we have the final lap. Now we're done with the race. This is not Boxer Spirit. This is just arcade mode. This Pagani does not have a boxer engine. It has a giant V12. And yeah, it was a regular C12. There you go. This will be the last part of our stream, is the arcade mode. We still have some races to go, though. I like that thumbnail shot, though. Let's keep going. Deep Forest. Been actually quite a while since we got to some regular tracks, and we got 4 of them coming up. So for Deep Forest, I feel like we should drive a normal car. Thing is, I don't know what to drive. Let's drive a JDM. Have we driven the Skyline yet? I don't think we have. Let's do it. And you gotta do it in base night blue. Like, best color. One of the most iconic colors of any JDM. Big launch. Drift Skyline. Yeah, this is professional mode. It doesn't count for any progress, but it does exist. It changes it to 10 laps and gives you tire wear. So, it's a neat little feature. We might check it out, you know, toward the end of the playthrough. Do like an Easter egg stream or something. In fact, yeah, I think we should do that, an Easter egg stream. I'll bring out my action replay memory card, and we'll have some secret cars. We'll do some of the secret modes. We'll do the wheelie glitch. We'll do some cool stuff. We'll do that at the end of the playthrough as kind of a reward for going through the whole game. We'll do like a showcase. I like ramen. I like fresh ramen. Like, you're talking about like the instant noodles, not a fan of them, but going to a ramen place and getting it fresh, you know, getting a bowl of like pork and all the veggies and stuff, I like it. I think it's yummy. But you gotta get it fresh. Yeah. Asphalt 9 is just not for me anymore. I'm too busy with my like job and career to grind Asphalt 9 all the time. And GT3 is just, it's always going to be here because I have my PS2. You have a physical memory card. There's no such thing as online updates or anything like that, so we just play at our own pace. Yeah, fresh ramen's nice. They do not have the time to touch grass. Yeah. You know, if I die alone, I'm blaming Asphalt 9. Write that in my grave. We got a pretty big lead now. This Skyline is doing really well on this track. We've been at the beginning of the end, I argue, since the Chesco event, but really since the LVN Drive Syndicate. I hear the Asphalt 9 China version of Drive Syndicate 3 is like much more fair to the players. Still grindy, but I've only seen like screenshots and, you know, translations. But completely different game economy to what we're used to. Asphalt 8 is coming up on 8 years in a couple days. I think not next week, but the week after, it will be 8 years old. Like, it's probably the same age as some of you guys. I know not everybody here is even close to 8 years old, but I'm sure there's a viewer out there who's 8. What job do I have? I am an actuary. I started back in June. That was what my degree was in at university. And so far, it's treating me well. And I like it. But yeah, imagine being younger than Asphalt 8. If you are younger than Asphalt 8 Airborne, your opinion is irrelevant. That should be the next meme. What does that job do? So basically, I do a lot of calculations. I work with brokers. I work with clients. I clean up data. I prepare presentations and exhibits. And yeah, we make deals, do calculation, work with data, do a bit of programming. Kind of a mix of math, computer science, finance, economics, and general business. Giselle's back. We won pretty easily. Evo 4 in pain. Let's keep going. Special stage Route 5. Let's see. This calls for a race car, I think. And what do we have access to? Sylvia? Nah. Have we driven our touring car yet? I forget if we drove the Astra, but we just unlocked the CLK. But I'm thinking let's take the Astra out. Even if we've already driven it before. Let's take the touring car. Gran Turismo is joined. I I didn't even pay attention to who our AI are, but I see a CLK, I see another Astra, probably a Calibra in here. Whoa, so just the downforce. This is the first fast thing I've driven all day. Everything's been road cars up to this point. We are zipping. Oh, I see a couple of JGTCs, actually. So we have the Lister, the poor Lister Storm. And then, yeah, predictably the JGTCs are the fastest. Dude, I'm not used to this downforce and late braking. And grip. Can you guys hear the game alright, by the way? Like, can you guys hear the engine sounds? Yes, cool. So I turned down the volume of my TV, but I don't know if that's connected to my capture card or not. We are straight lining past the Calisonic skyline. Does anyone know what that phrase in the back translates to? Now minding. Like, if I had to do a poor translation, it would sound like grab my nuts or something like that, but I know it's not really that. But could someone translate that real quick? Bum just say mine got deuce the sign. So it's exactly my thing. The Astra. Opel service. So that's in English. That's in German. Oh, the grip. So much grip. I know we're on arcade tires, but man, this is just fun to drive. YouTube closed captions. Yeah, the automatic captions are funny. Because sometimes they're totally wrong. That's weird. They like to bleep explicatives, but then sometimes YouTube will slip up itself when you're not saying a bad word. Gran Turismo never gets old. Yeah, I love this game. It's so fun. Driving cars like this, on tracks like this, remind me of why I love this game. It's just fun. One thing modern games don't do as well, even GT Sport to an extent, the controller aspect. It needs to be fun on a controller. I love GT Sport on a wheel, but on a controller it's just not it. This game is so fun on a controller. You know, you can throw a card around, you can adjust for corrections, you could feel, you know, the rumble. In my opinion, GT3 and 4 control the best. Even though you don't have triggers for your steering and braking, it just works. Oop, wall tap. See, it gives you a little space to adjust. There's some games that are just so sluggish from this era. The controls are just so bad. They may have been passable in the 2000s and late 90s, but not anymore. Here, the controls are great. You can still make precise inputs. You have to eke out precision, you know, drive the best and fastest laps, but you're rewarded for doing so. Which is what makes this game so great 20 years later. What's my favorite Le Mans car? Of all time, the Mazda 77B. I've said a lot about the car today. It's a legend, though. By the way, that was drinking and driving on the straights. I also like Porsche 962C. I know that's not in many Gran Turismos, it's only in GT Sport, but I love that car. GT40. Nissan R390, personally. One of my favorites, and that was an icon in Gran Turismo. The Sauber C9 and Jaguar XJ-R9. Really awesome cars. The Audi R8. Another great one. And also one of the most successful Le Mans cars of all time. I was drinking and driving. I'll do it again. Anyway. Me when the daddy's starting. So of course, mobile launches August 31st. That's quick. That's gonna come out quickly. So, Lister in pain, last place. Only a couple more races to go. I would say this is going quicker than I thought. Test course will take a while. Alright, Seattle Circuit. Only one option. Either Corvette, Viper, or this Corvette. The thing is, we've driven the Z06 before, and we don't have the Viper right now, which makes me mad. But what do you guys think? Z06, C5R, or Viper GTSR? You don't have the regular Viper GTS. We could also drive the Camaro SS, but we gotta drive an American car. What do you guys think? Race car? Viper GTSR? You got it. Beautiful. Team America. Yeah, everyone likes the Viper. I love the Viper too. One of my favorite sports cars of all time. Oh! You guys hear the revving? You guys know exactly what that is. See, the thing I love about the car on my left, you know exactly when it's in the race. There's only one car in existence that makes that sound. And it's a sore thumb. It's not a sore thumb, though. It's a blessing when it arrives. The Mazda 77B in orange and green. It's the loudest, most distinct sound, recognizable instantly, because there's nothing else like it. No race car like it. Look at this. The American cars are all in the top 3. Podium. 2 Vipers and a GT40. We have a Camaro race car too in the back, but that's pain. Ooh, Mazda. Going aggressive. The Mazda is the fastest arcade car though in the whole game. So as long as the GT40 holds them off, we gotta get ahead. Stay ahead. I've never done a GT2 live stream. I've done a GT2 video way back in like 2014. 2013, 2014. And I have an unreleased video that I use my capture card to record GT2 on, but I don't think I ever published it, or if I did, it's unlisted. And by now, it's on my old hard drive. Nope. Uh-oh. Well, at least we slowed down the Mazda. I'm surprised he didn't ram the back of me. What happened there with the AI? I hit the invisible wall, but what did the other AI do? Japan Dorito engine. Whoa. The rotary god. I love how we're like, oh yeah, we gotta drive the Viper, it's so awesome, and then here comes the rotary engine to just completely destroy all our plans. Duking it out with the Viper though. The Wanko engine, yeah. It's my favorite race car of all time. And I don't know if you guys could see, but in my camera, right there in the back, you guys should recognize that side plate. I'll like crouch down so you guys could see in the back of my room. But it is awesome. Oh, it's right behind me. Uh-oh. Again, same corner. And the 55. That is 77B, yes. It's not, obviously, it's not the real side of it. It's a custom-made sheet of aluminum, I think. But yes, my parents got it for me for Christmas last year, and I love it. It's a decoration. Oh, the lip of the left side. But yeah, the livery is so iconic. And the funny thing with the history of that car is the actual Mazda livery is light blue and white that they were running with. It's just they had a sponsorship with the clothing company Renown, which is now defunct. It no longer exists. So they ran one car with that livery in Le Mans, and that car just happened to be the winner. And that became the one that's you know, a legend now in motorsport. So by the way, 77V is completely taken off. Like, he's been released into the wild. Since he's the only prototype, he's obviously the fastest. This part of the track was like Racing Master. Is there a Seattle homage in Racing Master? So we gotta pass and somehow stay ahead of him. And I keep hitting the wall. Every time we make a little bit of progress, I hit the wall. So that's my fault. Okay. We're gonna have one shot at passing him. Is the rubber band in arcade mode? Yes, but the 787V is like broken in arcade mode. It's got like a special tune, and the grip is crazy. Oh man, every time I like try to pass him, he's got like a route to go. Oh, he bonked the wall. Let's not bonk this wall. Most important chicane of the race. We've survived. Yeah, I can't race my best. I'm just focusing on the Mazda. Yeah, you can't even like drive peacefully because you just hear it just wrecking the atmosphere behind you. It will make you known that it's there, it's chasing after you, and it's going to slay you. Look at the jump it makes. Wow. That's awesome. 77. Amazing car. It's my favorite race car of all time. Arguably my favorite vehicle machine. It's my favorite machine ever. Loved it as a child. Loves it as an adult. It's just awesome. What I would give to sit and drive one. So, we just gotta hold off for one more sector. The good thing is the Viper is nice to drive, and you can handle it pretty well. Chicane went well. There we go. We beat the Dorito engine. I would sacrifice DN for Sense-MV. Me too. Me too, man. Look at how far ahead we are from the rest of the field. GT40 was exactly 10 seconds back. Interesting. I'm gonna save this replay because that was a good race. I'll use that as like a thumbnail for another stream or something. Seattle scrap. That's exactly what the race was. Yeah, so far, to answer your question about the license test, so far I've gotten all gold, and that's what I plan to do. Alright, last race. Test course, and look at that, it shows the 787B as the car it focuses on. It's just, it will not get out of your head. I don't mind it staying in my head, I love the car. But yeah. What do we use for test course? Well, these cars don't have that good of a top speed. And I think, for the first time, let's go into our garage and whip this bad boy out. Now, I actually don't know if, we use if it does its AI based on how fast your car is, or if it puts me against regular cars, but I'm going to use this one. Because we have a 212 mile an hour tune on this car. And no wheelie setup yet. No scooter or anything like that. I think it's going to give us regular cars though. Oh, it gives us race cars. Look at this. It's like, how could a normal car win against all these JTTC and German touring cars? Well, we have a long 6th gear. Yeah, the RE RS5 is like my dream daily driver. We're gonna slowly pick everybody off, and just like the last time out, I'm gonna drop back a bit and then just I'm gonna drop back a bit and then slingshot. Trying to time it right. Look at that. No contest. I think we can hit 200 miles, 212 in a straight line. Now I don't think we can lap the field, so what I'm thinking of doing is slowing down a lot, letting them pass. But look at that, we're just gapping the field. I have a stupid idea, but since this is test course and boring track, let's just make this, let's make this interesting. Oh, we have a puncture. We have a puncture. We're gonna use 6th gear and just crawl. This is a little tomfoolery. And we're gonna come in at full speed. Hopefully by the back straight. Look at that, there they are. Four seconds. We hit 213. There you guys go. That was the rev limiter. We hit the rev limiter. And just like that, we are right past them. I could be anything in the world. I'd love to be the strategist for Ferrari in F1. You can go to all the races, hang out directly with the drivers, maybe even drive an F1 car every now and then, but you don't have to face any of the actual risks of dangers or driving. And you call the strategies. You wouldn't be put in public crucifixion like Bernardo is. You get criticized if you make the wrong call, but if you make the right call, you're the hero. But you get to sit on the pit wall and whatnot, and just make strategies. American cars have great reliability. What are you talking about? Not every one of them, but my Dart has been pretty good for the most part, and American cars have been notoriously easy to work on with parts readily available and pretty cheap. Let's see if we can pull 212 for the turn. Yep, 212. We pulled 213 with the slipstream, 212 with that one. If we had more straight, we could hit 213 probably. But yep, that's the power of top speed. Yeah. German cars, Audi and BMW have notoriously bad reliability. Italian cars, not known for the durability. I mean, pretty much every European car has issues. British, Italian, German. Like, think of a Land Rover or a Lotus. I've always heard horror stories about them. everyone knows Ferrari reliability is questionable at best. Already got 15 seconds to the pack. Yeah, Toyotas and Hondas will give you hundreds of thousands of miles. Isn't the world record for like most mileage on a car a Volvo or something like that? I could have sworn it's like an unexpected car that has like millions of miles on it. It's like 2 or 3 million miles on it. Yeah, Volvo's not my favorite brand, but I always hear good things about them. Green cars like Hyundai. Yeah, Hyundais are generally known for good, dependable reliability. We pulled 212 for a long time right there. Could we break 152 maybe? Yeah, Volvo. Nearing 3 million miles. That's what I thought I read about. Porsche, yeah, Porsche is known to have very high quality cars. The only things that are pricey to work on. I think I tapped the wall right there. $212 for just a brief second. $4,000 in 1966. Wow. We are 30 seconds ahead of the Supra. My finger's starting to hurt from holding the accelerator for that long. Anyway. 52. 52,959. There we go. Fastest lap. And a dominating win, obviously, in a road car against touring cars. But that was going to happen. It's test course. You got to bring your fastest machinery. Otherwise, it's going to be a boring race. Anyway. That's it. 10-minute race. No prize cards for arcade mode, but we can view the unlocks. So, we'll go through it. So, just to check, clear status. We've done everything in C, and now we have access to D. And yeah, if we view Tokyo, let's check what we got. We now have access to a Gillette Vertigo. Neat. How about A? We have access to an RX-8. We can drive it in any color too. Nice. Forget if that TT was always there. It might have been brand new. I don't know. Nothing new in C. And then in Rally, I don't think we unlock anything special. I think the Delta was the last one, if I'm not mistaken. This is all the rally cars that are in the game, besides the Escudo, of course. Corvette C5 was already there. Yeah. There we go. Let's view our progress. After a solid, like, almost hour of driving, we are at 41.9%. That was a huge chunk of progress. And, yeah, pretty nice. Win ratio is still around 80%. I don't think arcade mode counts for it, though. But yeah, that would be the end of the segment. But yeah, we're closing up on 50% of the races completed. And yeah, just the A license alone is 50% of the game. So there you go. I know Rally would take a huge chunk of our percent, so there you guys go. We've saved the game, and yeah, I think that's going to be the end of the stream. So let me take the timer. And yeah, we'll save it at that. Thank you guys all for sticking around. FlamingDogOfFire, it must be almost 4 AM where you're at. For me, it's almost 1 PM. So yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around. I thought this was a fun one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. And yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. Do something fun. Enjoy the weather. Stay safe. As always, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.